Hey guys, Burrsake here, and welcome back to Burr Labs. So today on Burr Labs, we are checking out a game. I want to say a gun because that's kind of in the name, but we're checking out a game called Gunfire Reborn. I've absolutely been in love with this game. I've already dumped like 80 something hours into it. It has plenty of content. But today we're going to be taking a slower run through it. Like, you can go pretty fast, and there's a bunch of difficulties and talents and stuff, but I'm not going to trouble you with all that. If we want to see more, let me know. If not, we'll just play a game and you'll see how it works. So there are a bunch of different characters you can choose from. There's this cute doggy who deals with explosives and dual-wielding guns and stuff like that. There's this cute cat. This cat deals with a bunch of elements, so like electricity, fire, lightning, poison. Then the combination of those elements causes explosion or miasma, which does damage over time, or confusion, which kind of like charms an enemy to be on your side. You have a melee type character who just gets in their face and kicks people's butt. He's quite fun. There's a character that deals with lightning and all kinds of stuff like that. And then there's the bunny girl that does a lot of normal damage, but she has this thing called flying sword, and it just summons a bunch of swords to kick people's butts. It's really cool. But today I think we're just gonna keep it easy, simple, and clean, and we're just gonna go with the bird boy. And we're just gonna, let's just play elite, because I think normal is, I mean, I've played this game to the point where I'm at like the max difficulty right now. But there's gonna be more content being added mid-November. That's gonna be the 1.0 release. This game is very, very close to being finished, and they're going to price increase it on October. So if any of this seems interesting and you want it, I would recommend buying it before October, because there's going to be a price increase. However, I think the game's going to be worth the money no matter what the prices they put on it, because it's really good. But anyway, let's get into it. So at the start, if you start out and you have no talents, you won't have this little chest. But with talents, you can unlock this little chest, and it gives you a starting gun. So you see they're all three different types, and they have like special things they do. As you can see, this one says if it's fully charged, it does more damage. It's also its lucky shot chance, but lower rate of fire. This one recovers ammo and triggering elemental effect, and this one has a higher crit chance. Let's grab the little the fire boy. I don't really love this gun because it doesn't deal that much damage, but hold on, what is it? F1? How can I see my hero's abilities? So I have a leap attack, so leap forward with a hard kick, dealing 1200 damage to all enemies within 7, and each hit can recover 20% of your armor. We have cleave recklessly, dealing 1200 damage in a fan shape. Then you have a bunch of talents, which that's unlocked via talents, and then these are the upgrades that we'll find throughout the match. So that's pretty much all you need to know for the basics. Let's kick him in the face. Pretty fun, and you can destroy this stuff for extra ammo. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Calm down. This is like a little special side area you can do that'll give you like extra goodies. So one thing I really like about his kick is not only does it deal a buttload of damage and give you armor back, but it gives you invulnerability frames, which is something that I think a lot of people overlook on this character. So this is like a little side area that you can do. Generally these are a little difficult to do, but they give you some goodies. Specifically, they'll give you scrolls or important weapons that'll help you. There we go. Challenge succeeded. We killed all the enemies, and we got 75% weapon damage while your shield is recharging. So it kind of sucks. We don't have shield, we have armor. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, that just literally does nothing for us. But if you're playing in multiplayer, you can give that over to your friends, which this game is really, really good for multiplayer. So if you have a group of friends that love playing these kind of like almost roguelike shoot 'em ups, this is definitely a game you'll absolutely love. I've gotten most of my friends into it already, and I would highly recommend it. So we got the exact same laser glove, but with different stuff. So when magazine is full, more than 50% full, increase rate of fire and projectiles, cover 1 ammo. So it's literally just a better version of that. I don't think I've ever seen that before. You know what? I'm actually just gonna drop this. And then because of a talent, I can recall it for money, but you won't have that initially. But anyway, let's see. What do we get from our little chest? You get the golden goblet. This allows you to pick a talent to enhance your character. So we have regen hit. Regain 40% of armor on hit and 20% armor on miss when leaping. Or we have cleave, and it gets bigger area of effect and does more damage. So the logical thing here is to do regen hit, so I'm gonna do it. Honestly, so armor doesn't recover naturally. You have to like do something to get more armor. So if you can find something that makes it easier for you to get more armor, you most of the time want to go for it. Whereas with shielding naturally recovers over time. Depending on how slow you go or how fast you go, these runs can be pretty long. That's like, not my complaint with the game, but some of my friends have made the complaint that the game is a bit long. If you do like a slow run where you don't really know what you're doing and you read all the stuff and you try to find like the perfect weapons and stuff, you can spend up to an hour in a game, sometimes more on the higher difficulties. Not like a ton more. You're never gonna have a 2-hour game. I mean, I guess you technically could because there's really no time limit, but the game is designed to be about 40 minutes to an hour long if you run through the whole game. And if you do it at a slow, leisurely pace, just to kind of make sure you don't make any big mistakes or anything, it'll be about that long. So let's just cleave these boys up. Got my face. So these have been pretty easy. Minus 30% damage taken for 3 seconds upon taking damage does not stack. So that's actually a new thing that was just added in this last patch that happened yesterday, I believe. It added that and a few more scrolls, and it tweaked the difficulty on the highest difficulty, which I haven't even played that. I haven't even played it to see how the difficulty feels yet, but I assume it'll feel great. All the patches they've done to this game this far I've like actually loved. So let's see. We have the porcupine, chance to cause an explosion that deals corrosive damage for killing an enemy, more range and stability, and we have a sniper with lucky shot chance. Actually, that's really good. I'm not gonna take that though. I'm gonna take this because it's a shotgun, and we're a pretty close combat oriented character, so I'm gonna get in their face and shoot them with a shotgun. Okay, so we have Nova Release, max armor +5 upon each killed enemy for 8 seconds. When armor breaks, cast a Nova that deals damage equal to the armor amount. Times 20. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Or 30% damage, 20% lucky shot chance, and consume no ammo for 3 seconds after reload. So that's pretty good too. I'm gonna go for the close combat thing though, because we just picked up a shotgun. And we seem to be dealing a lot of close combat anyway. So the cool thing about this weapon, right? So it's a shotgun. And the projectiles scatter widely. But here's the thing that I'm interested in. 100% effective range and stability. So normally, when a shotgun is going to spread out, you expect it to, hold on. You expect it to scatter a bunch, but this should scatter less and be more, still more damage. So this is a craftsman. He lets you upgrade your weapons. You won't have this etch thing, but you will have this enhance and reforge thing. And you'll obviously unlock the etch as you level up. So I'm going to, normally I don't waste money early game on improving weapons because you find a lot of weapons and you might want to swap freely, and you kind of get like a thing about it, right? Like, I shouldn't swap out weapons because I've already spent money on it. But I'm going to upgrade our porcupine just 3 times, just make it deal quite a bit more damage. Normally I don't do this, but you know, just to kind of show you how things work. And some things upgrade differently, obviously. So here's an explosive boy, just cleave him. I'm kind of gonna hang back, and we're gonna play this a little slow. This gun is really good. I actually just unlocked this gun recently, funnily enough. So not all the guns, but a lot of the guns are locked behind unlocks in this game. Most of them are pretty easy and simple. If we right click, we have an actual shotgun effect. If we left click, we shoot a projectile that then explodes into a shotgun. Both are great in their own ways. Another reason why I really like this gun is because it has the chance to inflict poison. Now the nice thing about poison is a very simple one. So poison slows enemies' attack speed, and it slows their movement speed. As you see, he's moving slow as crap back there. All right, where are you? Go hiding. Ow! Stunned me. So I believe poison is extremely useful, especially in the later difficulties where you just really don't want your enemies to run up on you too fast or they'll just destroy you. So poison is fantastic. But if I get a chance, let me see, what's our other gun? Okay, so we have fire and poison. We might be able to. The only issue is these aren't guns that apply their elemental effects too often. You see that? Okay, it was kind of hard to catch, but if you even want to slow it down and watch it again, you can. See how he kind of like exploded? That's what happens when you combine the elements of ignite and poison together. You get an explosion. So, well, we just killed him without applying it. But maybe I can show it off once we get to a boss or somebody with a little bit more HP. So this is pretty good. We leave a death mark on enemies we hit with cleave, and they take more damage, and we get movement speed after killing them. Or we can get max cleave, and then killing an enemy with it gives you 1 cleave. Both of these are very good. I think I'm gonna go with the death mark though, because death mark increases everything's damage. There's also a chest up there which we should go check out. Let's see what this weapon is. Who are you? Max capacity when reloading empty mag, extra reload speed. Not what I'm looking for. Pretty neat though. So let's find our way up to this little chest. Just do a tiny little jumping puzzle. I mean, it's not really a jumping puzzle. There are jumping puzzles in this game, but it's not really one. So we can upgrade a normal inscription, or we can lose HP to get money. Let's upgrade normal and see what we get. We got 35% weapon damage against enemies within 8 meters, but 50% effective range. So we have extra and less range, and more damage when they're close, which kind of works out because we already had more damage when they were close anyway. So kind of like in Counter-Strike, you also move a tiny bit faster. Not a tiny bit, you move quite a bit faster when you have your normal gun out. It's almost like having your knife on Counter-Strike. Speaking of one of those like jumping / avoid puzzles, here's one of them. Let's avoid these rocks. There's little cubby holes to hide in, but I've done this 1,000 times, so it's not that bad. And there's usually secrets on these stages. In addition, see, like that's the end over there, but there's a secret back here. And each one of the jumping puzzles / avoid puzzles has one of these, which is pretty cool. And they're generally a little bit more difficult. Like these early ones are pretty easy, but on higher difficulties they get much more complex and crazier. After using dash, a thunder is released that will cause damage to enemies and temporarily imprison them. So each time we dash, yeah, that's pretty cool. So if anybody's chasing us, they'll walk right through that and get stun locked kinda. Let's go to the next level. And we're coming up on the boss pretty soon. I'm kind of excited for it. I hope we don't fail this run. I'd be a little embarrassed. I've beaten this game on max difficulty so many times. If I actually died on, like, I don't even know, the 2nd difficulty or whatever we're on, I'd feel a little bad. Let's just cleave them up. In general, I don't actually go weapon builds in this game. So we can give money to get an occult scroll or HP. Let's give HP. It's a lot of it, but I think it's fine. Ammo capacity gets doubled. Yo, that's quite nice, actually. We haven't really had an issue with ammo, but it can be an issue on bosses sometimes, or if you have really weak guns as well. So fewer monsters remain, stronger attributes they have. Oh, interesting. Oh my god, this guy's tanky as heck. Jump to the trap me. It ain't worth it. Nice. We have a vault over here as well. Vaults are super duper nice. Sometimes it can actually be best to avoid them if you're doing like maybe a speed run, or honestly if you just aren't that strong, because some of them can have mini bosses in them as well. I don't know why these guys are doing what they're doing, but I'm cool with it. When shooting, there's a 20% chance to add extra ammo to the magazine. Yo, that's good. And if you guys want to see more of this game, just ask. Like, literally, I will play this game until the end of time. Madly in love with this game. Oh my god, it's so many explosive boys. So right now, we don't have the best combo of guns. Like, it's okay, but it could be better. My favorite combo is lightning and poison guns. They go together so well. Let's clear out some of these people in the back. I don't want to fight this little mini boss with extra boys around. Just makes it complicated. Okay, we got fire on them. Yeah, look at that. We're getting explosive damage each time we apply poison now. Oh, it ran out. That's okay though. Still doing quite a bit of damage. Let's go take care of these guys just because I don't want them shooting me in the butt while we worry about the main dude here. Okay, inflict him with that. Come on, come on, come on. I want to get explosion damage. Okay. This is one of my least favorite enemies, actually. He's pretty annoying to deal with, just because he takes forever to frickin' die. Because of his shield, you can't really attack him full on. I gotta remember I'm not doing the super high difficulty, though, so we can kind of just be dumb. Heck, reload. Deal some good damage with him here, get a couple explosive hits. Yeah, kick his face off. I love it. Ooh, okay. These are some good guns. So this is another one of the gloves, like the fire one I have. This one shoots a lightning ray that spreads out from one target to hit another. We also have the dual Fang, which can deal both corrosive and fire. Each shot alternates between the two. I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up. The reason this is nice is because it by itself can actually inflict one of the combination elements, which is pretty cool. And if we have corrosive and fire, let's get rid of our fire for electricity so we have every element. And I will destroy these for a little bit of money. Let's see what we get from our chest. These aren't my favorite guns, and these aren't very good ones at the same time, but, you know, that's fine. Lucky shot chance per round up to 50. Resets after triggering a lucky shot. That's pretty good. Weapon damage for one... plus... Weapon damage for 1 second whenever hitting an enemy can be stacked up to 100 times. Okay. Or gain immunity to curse scrolls. You know, I just don't know, Mr. Krabs. I'm gonna go for this just because we have the gloves and we hit a lot of enemies. But I don't even know if it's the right call. Oh, let me get some coffee in my system. That and wet my whistle. Alright. So this isn't a ton of damage. Oh my god. I mean, I say that and it literally annihilated that dude. But that's just because we have the if we deal damage, we get higher and higher damage. So I'm going to take out these guys in the back first just because they are extraordinarily annoying. The best version of this gun, in my opinion, is one that has a much higher chance of inflicting its elementals. See? We got a little explosion there. Does quite a bit of damage. Also staggers enemies, which is really, really important. The damage is actually less important than the fact that it just staggers enemies. Defensive robust, huh? And they have elemental effects on them sometimes, and they'll have different effects like powerful, robust, immortal, just stuff like that. And the higher in difficulty you go, the more of those that they acquire. So sometimes it can be important to change your targeting and stuff like that based on certain factors. This is a strong gun. It doesn't even have any of the stuff I really want on it. It's just a good gun in general. Okay, so we have more AoE and less cooldown for kick. We have cleave damage and weapon shot damage after cleave. Now, we don't have a really strong weapon, or this would be insane. I'm going to go with the extra AoE and cooldown. What that means is we can just generate more shield if we are in need of it. We've kind of been cruising through the game, but that's kind of expected because I've played the game a lot. Okay, that's kind of interesting. So we have a fire damage dealing dragon chaser here, and it does more damage to people in the burning effect, and it has larger magazine capacity. That's kind of interesting. Well, I do like having the electricity. Maybe we should swap out just to kind of try some different stuff. We also have a corrosive rainbow arch, which is pretty cool. And each one of these guns deals different damage types. They do different stuff. And the reason why I want this one is because this simplifies our game plan against bosses. Generally with bosses, you have to attack a bunch and run around. But we can just put a mark on them, and then anywhere we shoot, it's going to try to hit that mark. So we can put it on his crit spot. Generally their heads, obviously. But sometimes other stuff. It'll try to hit that no matter what. Now, I'm going to go check upstairs, because this place has a tendency to hide curse stuff up here. Let's see. I guess since we have the lower cooldown, we can kind of kick around as well. And it looks like there's nothing up here, but it's worth a look. I'm absolutely in love with this game. I've been playing it so much. Oh, okay. This is actually a great way to show you that not every crit spot's in the head, because this guy's is in his chest. It's a giant golem. We will see in a second. Ooh, fireball on crit is really, really cool. Oh my goodness. Wow. You know what? Hold on. Okay, both of these are green ammo, so this is large ammo instead of the green ammo. We'll delete our old weapon and we'll keep this one. This is kind of a hard choice because I kind of want to upgrade everything because both these are pretty good. So, like I said, you won't have this etch thing initially. You'll unlock it later. But if you etch, it adds another one of these onto it. This is double lucky shot chance. Both of these are good. Let's just etch both of them. We're probably going to keep these for a while. So this is extra reload speed. It counters out the negative we got, which is pretty cool. And we got +1 piercing and projectile speed. That's actually pretty good too. Let's just upgrade both of them a little bit. And now we're completely broke like a joke, but it's fine. I'm feeling pretty strong. So we're going to start out with this gun and see how it feels, and then we're probably just going to swap to the other one. Because I think the other one is OP. I'm pretty sure we got insanely lucky with that. But either way, I'm pretty excited. This run is going fantastically this far. So he shoots laser beams that you want to avoid, and they destroy the rocks. Oh yeah, look at the damage we're dealing. We can hit him while he's doing that as well. Look at the damage! Oh my goodness! It's so strong. I'm so happy with our choice right now. You kind of have to avoid that. Oh, the mark wore off. Oh, this is the worst part right here. Oh god, avoid the fist. Oh my goodness. All right, we're kind of ridiculously powerful. I wasn't expecting to become this powerful. Oh, that's really dangerous. That's fun, but that's really dangerous. So you deal 1% damage for every enemy you kill. So scales infinitely, but you take 0.2% damage every time you kill somebody. So you kill 5 enemies, you're taking 1% extra damage. I don't think I'm going to take it. I'm just going to delete it. We're dealing more than enough damage right now, and I don't want to do anything with that. So it's a decent gun, a bad gun, and a bad gun. Those can be good, obviously, if you get the right stuff on them, but they didn't have what I wanted. Well, what do we get for the upgrade? So we have Deathmark number 2. Which makes us, and every time we hit somebody with cleave, they take more damage, and we get more movement speed. When the number of hits caused by a single shot or slash is greater than or equal to 4. Interesting. I don't think we're going to do that. Let's just go Deathmark 2. Generally not always, obviously, but generally the third upgrade of one of the talents is going to give you like a very powerful effect, or sometimes the numbers are just really big. And yeah. And if you guys are interested in more of this game, we can play through multiple difficulties. I could show you guys the super high-end stuff that will probably fail on a bunch because well, it's just really freaking hard. Yeah, we have some insanely good guns, by the way. Like, actually extremely powerful. So, one of the reasons why this gun in particular is so powerful is it has a high elemental effect chance, right? So we apply the elemental effect most of the time when we use it. But in addition to that, it also has that chance to summon on crit those fireballs right there. And each one is combining to deal explosive damage. So you have the fireball applying fire, and then you have the gun itself actually applying the poison. So that's why it's so strong. Not only does the fireball deal damage, but then when it lands and applies the effect... Oh, I almost missed that. Nice. Little vault. But when it lands and applies the effect, it also generates an explosion that deals its own unique damage. So these vaults can be pretty dangerous. There are some specific enemies that you can get in these that are really, really brutal. And honestly, this one isn't even my favorite. Like, I think the fireball is pretty good, but I think there's definitely better in my personal opinion. Like, I really like... There's an electricity ball you can get. I personally prefer. This guy kind of just goes invisible. He's still hittable, but it's just more tedious. You can't see his health bar either. He summons a bunch of explosives that, if you don't kill him fast enough, kind of overwhelm you. Do we have something that every time we crit, we get ammo back or something? We have to. Because I swear I just shot like 30 times right in his head. So it's pretty cool too. He summons infinite enemies, so you can get infinite amounts of ammo and stuff. I'm gonna trigger those bombs so they don't explode on me while I'm looting. So we have lower explosion radius, more reload speed, higher lucky shot chance, more crit, and 50% elemental effect on crit. It's pretty good. So this, either you can stick it in someone, like if it impacts them, it stays inside them and deals damage, or you can aim at the ground and kind of trigger an instant explosion on them. I mean, this gun is still way better as of right now, but we should probably replace this gun soon. Not because it's bad, but just because our other gun is so good that if your guns don't serve a purpose, and they're both extremely useful, right? It's kind of hard to choose which one you're gonna use. The only argument for keeping this gun around is we can run away from bosses and still shoot them in the head if it gets bad. Okay, so what do we have here? We have movement speed, weapon skill, but lower HP. That's dangerous. And fill the magazine instantly after a dash. That's really good too. I'm gonna go the movement speed for every 10% health and shield you have though. So that is quite useful. We're moving a lot faster now. You can actually stack some crazy amount of movement speed in this game. It's really, really fun to do so as well. Bonk. But yeah, one of the most interesting things about this game is the way the elemental effects combine together. So let's see what the peddler has. Minus 50% dash cooldown. You had me at hello. 65% weapon damage against enemies and elemental effect. Wow, that would be really, really good if we were doing explosive stuff. Look at the damage on that. Oh my goodness. And here's 2 melee weapons, which wouldn't be bad because we are a melee character. You know what? Let's spice it up. Let's go a melee weapon. Let's see which one of these is better though. 80% damage for the first attack after reloading. Less elemental effect chance, but more lucky shot. Higher attack speed. Interesting. Or we have weapon damage when attacking the enemy with burning effect. I mean, okay, so they both have something insanely good. Because this is going to inflict burning, and then it's going to deal more damage when you hit them while they're burning. Less elemental effect chance. Drops ammo when you kill an enemy. That's pretty good. Double elemental effect on the next hit after killing an enemy. Wow. Like, all of these are insanely good. These are some crazy. I mean, let's go with this just because I want a different weapon. Just for funsies, really. Like, I'm not struggling. The game is pretty chill. And we're obviously slapping. And you know what? Let's upgrade it too. In the later difficulties, it gets a little bit more difficult unless you have a really specific build to use melee weapons. But oh, I'm not using melee against that guy though. That guy has a yeah, trust me, you don't, if you can help it, you don't want to use melee against these boys. They have flamethrowers, and it makes you regret all your life decisions when you attack them. But this is going to be really good though, because as previously mentioned in our talents, wait, I should see what that is. So magazine becomes 2. When the first shot kills the enemy, you recover 1 ammo. Otherwise, 2% lucky shot chance on the second. So I don't really like this shotgun, but this shotgun naturally has 2 bullets in it anyway. So that's actually not a bad one. I'm not going to take it just because, like I said, it's not my kind of weapon really, but it's something that you could do. So we have upgraded normal inscription for either of these. We'll replace all. So I really don't. All of these are good. I don't want to replace any of these. Piercing is great. Double lucky shot chance is really, really strong. Let's not replace anything. So let's upgrade something on this. I'm hoping we lose the drop ammo for current or the double elemental chance. If we lose anything else, it'd be kind of sad. So let's see. What did we lose? Okay, we lost the drop ammo. That's fine. So it's 50% when somebody's in decay or burning. We might be able to make that happen. So what do we got here? Increase crit damage, increase all other types of damage. Okay, so that's kind of bad, unfortunately, for our sword, because I don't believe our sword can actually crit. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Oh, Jesus. Tease it. Kick him in the face. Yeah, look at all the extra crit damage we got, though. That's nice. Alright, the danger is out of the way, so let's go back to kick and peel in the face and getting close. Okay, more danger has arrived. Oh, these guys are so annoying, by the way. These ranged guys are so freaking annoying. They can curve the bullets like they're freaking Neo. I was wondering where this guy was. Ah, hit his head. Stop missing me. Good job. Ooh, that was some good damage. I've actually never seen this challenge event. I don't know if this was new or not. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's so good. 35% weapon and skill damage on non-crits. It's really, really good. Now, what you're probably asking, why is that so good? Wouldn't you want to crit more often? Generally, yes. Crits are almost always going to be better. What the heck? Hold on one second. What's going on? Yeah, I'll read that later. But yeah, you do generally almost always want to crit because it does a lot more damage. But I mean, you're gonna miss, right? Nobody's perfect. So when you do miss, you'll actually end up dealing quite a bit more damage. Wait, what is this? Did we come from here? I guess we had to have. So you deal more damage, and also skill cannot crit unless specifically stated in a talent. So ends up being quite useful. Just 35% extra skill damage. And skills are like your all your abilities. So we have Death Mark 3. Oh man, that's so good. That's like a lot more armor regeneration, which is really nice. But let's just hit Death Mark 3 just because I mean there's really no reason. I mean, I guess the Death Mark stays longer, so it's better against bosses. Either way, we're using a melee weapon, so get in their face and cause some chaos. Yeah, but as you can see, we're hitting extraordinarily hard. That's something I also didn't mention is the right click of this weapon throws out like a little blade that's pretty cool. Like that. Kick him in the face. Oh, don't try to melee shotgun people at home, but I'm doing it. I actually really love playing melee. Melee is pretty, like I said, it's pretty hard to pull off in the later games and the higher difficulties, just because things are so much more deadly, right? Like you make one wrong step and you can potentially die. Actually, never melee this guy. He will make you regret your life decisions real quick. Sir, gonna need you to calm down for a minute. Yeah. There's a lot of different builds with the characters, which is one of my favorite things. And something else I've noticed, while there are builds that are better than others, I've won a game with almost every like archetype of build in the game, which is quite nice. That's bad. That's really bad. That's bad. Oh god, thank you. Kick him in the face to get our shield back. But yeah, I've won with pretty much every archetype that they have in the game as far as build go. So while there are always going to be better options, right? Like that's with everything though. Literally in life, there's always the best way of doing something. I think just about everything is pretty viable, even at the highest level, which is really, really nice. So you never feel like really forced into something that you don't want to do. And if we end up doing more episodes, I can complain about the end game a little bit, because there are some things that you have to do even if you don't want to. But I mean, that's life, right? I guess if we're cleaving to apply Death Mark, we should cleave to apply more damage as well. Kind of just makes sense, right? That's the nice thing about your default gun as well, is you have infinite ammo in your default gun. So jump up here. Apparently hit our head on the thing. Can we just jump? Yeah, right here. Get over to this vault real quick. This gun, pretty dang good, right? I would still actually like it to be better, but the only thing we really even need to make it better is more elemental effect chance is pretty much the only thing. Because if we could guarantee elemental effect chance on it, we'd be really happy. Really, he dodged out of the way of that. Go, tons of explosive damage on him. The right click of this weapon, as you can see, sometimes I'm shooting like the entire magazine. That's all it does. When you right click, it shoots the remainder of the magazine. Your shield starts recharging whenever you kill an enemy or destroy an... So this is unfortunately another useless one. Generally, actually I'm just going to recall it. We don't have shield, unfortunately, so... Okay, so let's see. Damage, accuracy. So this isn't going to be as good as what we have. Return ammo on miss. Also not really that good. It's a sniper rifle, and we're playing a melee character. I mean, technically, you can play any character any way you want, right? If you want to no-scope peel and get in their face, you can. That's dangerous, but it's good. This can be good too. So from what I've seen in this game, there are like some really strange but OP combos you can get. And I'll explain one very simply and very quickly just so you kind of get it, and then I'll explain another one to show you what we could do with these things. So this says you get movement speed and damage when your shield slash armor is 0. Now there's another occult scroll you can find that offers you to remove all your shield or all of your armor and give that max amount to your HP. So instead of having 115, I'd have 230 HP. And you recover a little bit every second. So this would just be free stats if you had that. And this could be really good if you have the opposite of that, where it doubles your shield slash armor but makes your HP 1. And then on top of that, you saw the occult scroll we saw earlier that says you get 100% extra damage, but your HP is reduced by 75%. So you can see how you can like mix and match and make some really cool stacking builds that just deal tons of normal damage, so you aren't forced to the elemental. But most of the time, elemental is just easier. I'm just going to go the triple dashes because we already have dashes that have 50% less cooldown. So pretty much what that means is we're literally a speed demon. We can dash almost as much as we want. Nice, look at that, right out the gate. But yeah, there's just tons of little unique things you can find in the game. There's secrets all over the place. And like I said, every build is viable if you find the stuff that you want for it. That's another reason why I was saying like those interesting occult scrolls that you can find that give you a lot more of a certain element, or it changes how they work. It can be very interesting. Okay, so we have a increased rate of fire and projectile shotgun here that does lightning damage. That could be kind of interesting. Yeah, let's get rid of the sword. Screw it. As you can see, this gets more and more over time. That's really nice too, because I think this has increased magazine. Yeah, nice. Increase in magazine capacity. So this isn't even really that good of a gun, but you know, it's just something else, something different. Hey, let me up. Fuck that money. Alright, let's go to the vault. Why are we getting shield back? Why are we getting shield back? What's going on here? Did I do something and not even realize it? I'm not sure why we're getting shield back. I mean, I'm not complaining. Hold on, are we getting shield back when we shoot P on the head with this too? We are. What? What did we even do? I like don't even know what we got, but apparently it was something good, so. Am I just crazy? Is that my passive? Yo, can you quit guarding your face for like 2 seconds? Yeah, there you go. Good man. Oh, that's one of my favorite weapons. Actually, I love both of these weapons. So this lowers its crit X value, but increases its lucky shot chance. And this also has a chance to spread elemental effects to everyone when you hit somebody, which is pretty cool. This gun is really fun. So I'm not going to use this because this gun is just too good to give up right now. But so this auto homes in on Peel's crit spots. So imagine there's an enemy over there. Both of them would automatically home into its head. In addition to that, it says it deals more damage to Peel and elemental effects. So it's 65% extra damage. Then shock and decay, it deals 50% extra damage and has lucky shot chance. So in the bottom right, you can see that it says it has fire, and then beside it says B. If I press B, I swap its the way it shoots, and then it swaps to corrosive damage or lightning. So you can choose the elemental effect you want to try to mix and match elemental effects to cause different things, and it auto crits. And this one has tons of extra damage if it were to actually hit them and apply that. So it's really, really good. It's so good, I'm kind of like thinking about getting rid of what we have. But the issue is we have two guns right now that both apply. Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't think it was the right call, but I'm gonna do it anyway just because it's fun. But we have 2 guns that use normal ammo, and that's almost never a good thing. 1 max HP for every enemy you killed in 7 meters. Yo, we've been up in people's faces. We could totally stack this really high, I think. So let's go ahead and use this, and let's see. It says it does more damage to decay and shock. So let's try lightning. Lightning also makes enemies take more damage. You see it auto locks onto their head. That's quite a bit of damage too. Let's get in their faces to get that extra max HP. Oh, I really don't want to be in these guys' faces. But let them go by, shoot them in their booties. Don't like that one bit. Yeah, do that. These enemies are so annoying in the later difficulties, just not even because of how deadly they are. Granted, they are pretty deadly, but mostly just because of how freaking unbelievably tanky they get. Okay, when it doesn't inflict its elemental, it doesn't really deal any damage. Tragedy. It's a cool gun though. So in a perfect world, we'd like something that forces this to do its elemental effect more often. What is the frickin' percent on this? 10%? And we hit twice, so you'd think every one is like 20%. There we go. That's quite a bit more damage. Oh my god, what's this? After killing 5 enemies, bullets will home on enemies' weak points. Lucky shot chance when you hit enemy. You know what? Let's take a minigun. We're just trying every gun apparently just to show you guys what they look like. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Hate it. And let's just buff this thing a little bit. We don't even really need to waste money on that, but we can, because why not? We have the money. I never use the minigun, but this one's actually not that bad. It has a lot of good stuff going for it. Oh my goodness, the damage on this is kind of nutty. If you can hit them before they have all their like shields up and stuff, that's so good. Okay, so let's keep trying to kill people in close combat to keep getting that that extra amount of damage, or the extra max HP rather. Ow, what? He actually knocked me back. Give me your max HP. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's a good sniper he dropped, actually. We're up to almost 130 max HP. That's pretty good. We're up 15 already. Let's just give the money. We got money. Avoid the sniper. Taking damage, restore 3% HP a second. That's really, really good. From the top rope. God, I love this game. Look at that. Excited. Okay, let's see what we get here. We have extra cleave base damage and 100% damage, or we have more AoE and more cooldown reduction. So we haven't even seen my favorite one, unfortunately. My favorite one is that every single time you kill an enemy with cleave, you get a stacking damage multiplier on it. And yeah, it's really, really crazy and really fun, and I've had it stack up to like 2,500, maybe even more. I can't remember the exact number in a run before. And you can just get some insane numbers on your cleave, to the point where, like, if you get that and cleave regeneration for both armor and for its uses, you can eventually just have it to where you only press cleave and jump, and you're just jumping everywhere and slapping people in the face. It's pretty fun. So screw it. This is a pretty fun gun. We got Gemini on it, which means that we probably want to replace this eventually. But you know, I never use it. I never use guns like this, so why not? Ooh, that's pretty cool. So 20% movement speed after inflicting decay or hurting enemies under decay. That's just free movement speed. It's pretty good. Probably should check the weapons first, but I'm pretty happy with what we have already. So I didn't even really read this, I just looked at it. So after killing enemies, bullets home, lucky shot chance when you hit an enemy, refresh duration on hit. Okay, so eventually it gets infinite lucky shot chance and you just like pretty much only crit with it. That's a pretty good gun actually, especially for how much ammo we have in it. I hate this boss, by the way. Everyone hates this boss. He's such a jerk. But we should shred him with this weapon specifically. This is a great weapon for this. Avoid his little dash attack here. This is a really good guy. Avoid his triple attack. This is a really, really strong gun. Holy crap. You know, I said that man's kind of a hard boss. It's really annoying, and then we just destroy him in 2 milliseconds. But normally you won't be this freaking powerful. I don't know why we've gotten so insanely lucky. I guess the game somehow magically knew I was gonna frickin' show this video to people or something. I don't know. So, release a electromagnetic pulse that inflicts shock effect on all enemies it passes through. So you'll see it here in a second. It's like a little line that comes off of us. Okay, it's just not working. There it is. Yeah, and that inflicts shock on people for free, which is really good. You can gain max armor and movement speed, or regain 100%. I mean, obviously the 100% is just too good to give up. Don't want this. This is kind of interesting, but I don't really like those shotguns. And I don't really want this either. Honestly, this is a really cool minigun, and I never use miniguns, so I'm kind of excited for it. So at the start of every new like stage, you get one of those save points. In addition to it being a save point, it also fully recovers your HP, which is quite nice. No use to me anyway. We're just gonna keep stacking up that that extra HP. Look at that, 141 now. I don't think I've ever actually made good use of this. This is the first time I've ever had a close range build and got this thing at the same time, which is pretty cool. Oh, it did the thing where it was locking onto targets. It's still doing it. How long does that last? For 10 seconds. Wow, that's actually pretty good. So it's usually not worth going around and destroying all the pots. It's still really not even worth it for me. It's kind of a habit you get in later difficulties because you use so much ammo, and you can there's also a scroll that I always find and I absolutely love. Make sure we get the extra. Ow! That was a good shot. I can't even be mad about that one. But there's a scroll you can get where oh wow, 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 wow. Holy moly. I think we're finally saying goodbye to that. Honestly, I think the Aura Venom is better than this in the long run, and it kind of sucks because... What are you doing here? It kind of sucks because they both use normal ammo, so we're probably going to swap out of it, but the fact that this has so many extra elemental effect chances on it, and like I said, elemental effect chance is going to be king in the long run. Because the more of them that you can apply, the more combos you can get to happen. Just really, really strong. Stupid reload. Yeah, we're probably gonna want that, it's auto-locking for 10 seconds. I love stuff like this. Anytime I can turn my brain off for a second always makes me happy. I'm wondering why it, gets slower back speed. Oh, it's auto-locking. Yo, that's so fun. That feels so right. I love weapons that allow me to turn my brain off. Those where I was getting with that. So why are you shooting so fast? Oh, when magazine is over 50% full, faster rate of fire and more projectiles. I see, I see. Ammo pickups are added directly to magazine. Yo, that's so good. You know how we were complaining about that whole ammo thing before. I mean, we'll probably end up still complaining about it. Not even that we're complaining about the ammo portion, we're complaining about having to reload so much. Because we're losing some of the effectiveness on our, yeah, there we go. Got a little ammo back. Okay, drop more ammo. Drop more ammo. Ah, he didn't drop ammo. You jerk. Oh, that hurts really bad. We should run. We should run. Don't get in the guy with the minigun's face. That's the guy with the minigun. There we go. Oh, what's the peddler gonna say? Oops, don't kick the peddler. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Oh, this is what I was talking about. Breakable objects may drop copper with a lower chance of dropping soul essence. That's really, really good. So we have +1 projectiles and consumption. Range and accuracy. It's actually pretty good. This is one of my favorite weapons, but you have to get a very specific one to make it really good. Wow, these weapons are weird. So this uses large ammo, so I'm gonna swap to this for multiple reasons. First off, it makes a lightning ball on crit incredible. Secondly, I mean, that's pretty much it. And it does more damage to things that are shocked, and it shocks. Nice. This uses normal ammo, and I don't really want that. So let's just go ahead and swap it out. The only thing that kind of sucks is I think we're gonna want to get this on both. So we'll get extra rate of fire on both and a little bit more ammo capacity. Well, a little bit for one gun and then a lot of it for the other gun, right? So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Let's see what it looks like. It's pretty good. Obviously, it'll be a lot better against some enemies than others. Normally, I don't really like meleeing those enemies for obvious explosive reasons. They will destroy you, but we get so much extra stuff for it. Like, why not? Oh, we're auto-locking. I think. Are we? No, we're not. What the heck? I guess we were for a split second there, and then we ran out of it. Yo, stop doing that to me. You know it ain't the way. Couldn't get some armor back here. I see a little chest in the corner, and there's also a crafter, but I think I'm gonna save our money for now. We have upgraded normal inscription for one or the other. It's a weird one, right? Like, both of these, this one has some pretty good normal inscriptions on it. Like, the extra rate of fire is quite nice. And the lucky shot chance is also pretty nice. But you know what? I'm having a lot of fun using it, so let's just upgrade it anyway. Let's see what happens. Maybe we get something fun. Okay. I mean, it's pretty good. It's actually, it's better than just pretty good. It's pretty dang good. So I do think we want the, let's reforge and see if we get it. This could be kind of neat. We could have a lightning-based minigun, but we got it, which is kind of cool. So what, well, you have like 96 in here now? Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And this has how much? Oh my god, 96 ammo in this gun. That's hilarious. We could just shoot this practically forever, especially with its low rate of fire. So right now, this is the final stage. I mean, we're not in the final stage. This is the final zone, I guess is a better way of putting it. But as you can see, we're coming up on the final stage pretty soon. And if I'm not mistaken, 1.0 is coming with one more area that is going to expand the game out a little bit more, which is quite nice. Which I'm pretty excited about. We have a very, very strong gun. I've never had a minigun like this. Oh my, it's auto-locking and dealing crazy damage. I'm so happy. This extra rate of fire is quite nice too. So when you destroy these, they have a chance of, look at that, full ammo. So this thing specifically said, 10% lucky shot chance for every 10% ammo consumed in the total magazine capacity, up to 100%. And it only resets when the gun is either reloaded or swapped. So right now, as long as we can keep high enough ammo to keep shooting, we have infinite lucky shot chance pretty much. Load 2 ammo at a time. That's pretty good, actually. You know, I bet we could farm on. I'm actually pretty curious. Can we? Yeah, we get more and more for this. We could technically farm infinite HP from this if we wanted, because he keeps summoning these, but I'm not going to do that. Go ahead and get our armor back. Get a little reload. Well, it's not even a reload. Let's get a freeload. That's what we'll call it. That keeps our lucky shot chance insanely high, so we're dealing like crazy, crazy damage. Oh, that's bad. Get this. Oh, explosive. Oh, we're almost dead. Oh, Lord. We're playing dumb. Let's just get our shield back. All right, we gotta play smarter. Actually, almost just freaking died trying to be cheeky and get a little bit extra HP there. Gotta be less cheeky about it. Sir, what are you doing? I meant to ask you to stop. It's nice that sometimes we auto apply my brain literally died mid-sentence there. We auto-apply electricity from the electromagnetic wave, which is quite nice. Because I believe electricity is 25% extra damage. It may even be 50. It's a lot. It's really, really good. Obviously, if we had other elemental effects, they could combine and make crazy effects and stuff. But maybe if you guys want to see more of this game, just let me know. And we'll try an elemental build next time where we focus... pretty much not on the weapons at all, just entirely on elemental combinations and stuff. It's my personal preferred way of playing, just because I think it's so freaking fun. We apparently accidentally discovered the vault. Good job, me. I'm the greatest. Is this auto-locking? It is. Just take advantage of that real quick. So we can use our invulnerability frames there to get through the enemies. I don't want to reload. Don't make me reload. Give me. Aw, we're gonna have to reload. That's fine. I don't wanna. Yeah, we didn't have to reload. It's kind of cheeky, but it worked out. But see, that's something that you can't really get away with in later difficulties. You just kind of, you're gonna have to be a lot more safe, right? So, be doing stuff like that. While kind of fun, and we can try to build up infinite lucky shot chance here. Which I think we're pretty much already at. Like, once you're over 100%, you lucky shot every single time, so. Matter. And a lucky shot is just more damage. It's not the exact same as a crit. But crit and lucky shot can be stacked, which is pretty crazy. Hate these frickin' annihilation monk guys. They're so strong and they just teleport right on top of you. Yeah, we gotta reload for free. We're being way too cheeky. We're definitely gonna get punished for it. So I generally like killing these lobsters first. I just think they're some of the most dangerous enemies. Even when you have oh nice, we're auto locked on him wherever he is. Beautiful. That's not really useful, but that's whatever. But that was actually a lightning version of the gun we have, but ours is just a little bit better with all the extra free stuff we have on top of it. Okay, so buns give full HP. After dashing, oh, that's so good. We don't need more lucky shot chance, so let's go ahead and grab this. So every time we dash, we recover a set amount of HP that we had lost in combat, which is quite nice. Alright, let us skedaddle. I think we're just good to go. Did we even open this yet? Oh, we didn't even open this. I don't know why I thought we did. Oh yeah, there's the... I mean, it's a little too late for this, unfortunately, but deal higher cleave damage than to lower HP, and cleave gets base damage when you kill an enemy with cleave. So you can stack that infinitely and get really, really high damage. It's a little late. I mean, we can still pick it up, because it is kind of fun. But, that's actually more weapon damage, so we can jump in and then shoot people in the face with our minigun and deal more damage. That one's fun. So I'm not gonna lie, the stacking cleave damage is by far my favorite. Like I said, just it's a little too late for it. Get over here. Auto lock. Man, when it auto locks, it's so freaking satisfying. Holy crap. I wish there was a way to extend the 10 seconds that it does it. There might be, I just don't know. 5% lucky shot chance when you hit an enemy, up to 100% refresh on hit. So unfortunately, this is... I mean, it's cute. It's definitely cute, but it has lower explosion AoE, which isn't great. When I was first learning this game, my favorite build was actually an explosive build. I haven't really been doing many explosive builds in quite a long time. Just because, I don't know, they're kind of hard to make work. You need like very, very specific weaponry. They're still good, but you need very specific weaponry to make them work. And sometimes you need very specific perks as well, which can kind of be an issue. But they are pretty fun. So maybe we'll do one of those if you guys want to see more as well, because I do love explosive builds. And the doggo boy and the cat are the best for those in my personal opinion. You can do them on any character really, but those are my favorite characters to do them on, because they have, the dog actually has things that directly support explosive damage. So it just makes dealing explosive damage way easier when something directly supports it and literally gives you plus explosive damage, right? But the cat has a bunch of stuff that after he throws out his elemental orb, he gets really, really big damage on his next attack. So you stack elemental orbs, and every single time you throw one out, you shoot a rocket that has like 50 times AoE and 50 times explosive damage. And that one's like a one and done shot, whereas the dog can do a bunch of explosives at once. They're both really fun. It's just a little bit different. So we can replace all with new ones. This is almost never worth it, and we can totally ruin our gun. I don't think I'm gonna do it because of that. But we did pick up, if I'm not mistaken, we got something that only interacts with shielding right here. So we can just give that away. We got no retreat. 30% weapon damage to the secondary count is 0. Persists for 12 seconds above 0. It's like okay. I feel like we're rarely at 0 because we have something that doubles its capacity. So I feel like it's unfortunately not that useful. But it potentially could be, you know. Are we locking? Yeah, we are. You know, there's something like glorious about the auto lock. It makes you feel cheap. I don't know why. It's like you're hacking, but it just feels right because the game gives it to you. Not many other games where you get to experience the thrill of not missing bullets, which is extraordinarily difficult to do in shooters. Beautiful, beautiful. The reason I'm running around so much and slapping stuff is because I'm just looking for more ammo if we can. More ways to keep our ammo nice and high. We're at 260 max HP, by the way. Like, you guys might not really realize how crazy that is, but we started at 115. Oh, we're auto-critting. Beautiful. Get out of my face. You're not worth it. Get out here. None of these are super good. I guess we'll just go with cleave base damage. See, I don't really know what I want to do here. Like, we can just increase this damage, I guess. Why not? And if we're using it this much. The only issue is we'll never get the auto crit on the boss. I mean, I guess actually we could. There are additional enemies on one of the bosses, but so each area actually has currently 2 bosses that you can fight, and they're both pretty radically different, which is kind of nice. But personally, I would like a bit more variety in the future, but who knows if we'll get that or not. Get that damage. It's so beautiful. Our armor back, get a little reload. He dropped 2 weapons. Bad. It's actually not bad, but still not nearly as good as what we have. It's funny because I think our other weapon just straight up isn't even worth using at this point. Its rate of fire is just a little too slow to be all that useful. We just got rid of this and it's back. Get out of here. That's actually pretty good. Less damage taken and what was it? It was less damage taken and something else. 30% damage dealt unless it was shaken when you consume 100 ammo, and we have a minigun. Not bad. Okay, let's go collect the little bit of money that's just around here, and we'll get a move on. Get a wriggle on, as they say. Nice. I believe we have one more stage before final boss, I think. Yeah, and as you see, this run is, oh, no, we're on the final boss. We're about an hour into this run, and I've been very slow, and I've been kind of explaining how the game works and stuff. So as you can see, the game could be about an hour long if you take it slow and are figuring stuff out. You know, like, there are some good guns here. Like, this one's actually awful, but this one is actually really good. So it's an explosive weapon, so it has a chance to hit 3 enemies with a single shot, which is really good, and it has +1 projectile once you do so. So that's pretty freaking good. It has more elemental chance on crit, and when you crit, you create a fireball, and it has lucky shot chance. That's a really, really good gun, actually. But like I said, our guns are more than fine, so we don't even need to swap. Let's just give them some upgrades. Just do that. Let's just get out of here. So this boss can be pretty annoying. He can actually one-shot you if you're not careful. With his cannon attack, because it can overlap onto each other, and you can get hit by multiple and just instantly die. So let's just hopefully play well and not be dumb and just win. Always the goal, right? So you start out by shooting all these cannons. There's that attack I was talking about. Pretty freaking annoying. Then you grab this cannonball, and you dodge that attack, and then you shoot him in the face with it. And he reopens up afterwards. Don't want to reload. Can I have some green ammo, please? Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Go ahead and sidestep that. Shoot these things. Sidestep this as well. One of the main reasons why those are so annoying, by the way, isn't really because they're that deadly. They don't do a lot of damage, but they inflict corrosion on you, which makes you move really slow. And it's stage 2 time, baby. I love this boss. This was the only boss in the game for the final stage for a while there. Go ahead and destroy his cannonballs in midair so we have less to worry about. Oh, as you can see, we got corrosive right there, and we lost all of our stuff, so you can obviously see how that could be really bad. So in this phase, yeah, he does it a bit differently. He doesn't do the long ones. He does them in random areas throughout the whole place. There we go. Easy peasy. This run was insane, by the way. I've never had a run that played this way. And for some reason, it usually gives you a gun at the end, but they're not like super important, and you never use them again, so they're always trash. I really wish they would change that to something either interesting, maybe something fun. I'm not sure. But we have one. It took us 50 minutes to win. We got a bunch of soul essence, and now this is the part I'll show you afterwards too. So this is your progression tree, and each character has one. They share these basic things, right? These basic things that just give you increases. Like right here, we have the ability to break into vaults. So all those vaults we went into, that's one of the first things you're going to want to get. It's super useful. You see peddlers have a chance to sell scrolls. You get more money. You start with money, extra slots. You can change what's at the peddler. Just useful stuff like this. And then you have generic like weapon skill stuff. You have actual skill-based things. You have defensive, which is always very useful because they start doing a lot of damage. And then you have like weapon craft and just weapon damage and general stuff over here. Then each character also has like their own specific skill trees over here. So if we look at this guy that we just played, if leap doesn't hit a target, decrease its cooldown. Really nice for the regen hit. You get just HP and armor, which is useful. Restore an armor whenever a shot hits an enemy. That's really good. Leap and cleave base damage is higher. And then when your armor reaches 0, you become immune to normal damage for 2 seconds. Pretty good. And each one of them have their own unique little tree. And as you can see, I don't even have everything unlocked, and I'm not fully stacked up. And I've played this game for like 80 hours. Yeah, really fun. Let's just go ahead and put that. And I like saving soul essence because in the reincarnation difficulty that I usually play in, because it's like the final or whatever, there's like soul version of the peddler, which is the little essence you saw, and there's a soul version of like a talent guy. So you can get like hyper special unique talents, or you can get like super souped up guns from the soul peddler for like very rare material, pretty much. But that is going to do it for this Burr Labs video. I hope you liked it. If you liked it enough, let me know, and we'll actually try making this a series where we go through the difficulty. We'll probably just play like Reincarnation 1 because it's hard, but it's not impossible. I mean, none of them are impossible. I've beaten them all, obviously, because we're at the highest difficulty, but they're not, like, insanely hard. It's just a really good amount of challenge, and you get all the extra fun stuff at the final difficulty in Reincarnation 1. So maybe we'll play every character in Reincarnation 1, just so you can kind of see everything, kind of see how the game plays out, the different play styles, and stuff like that. So let me know if you're interested in that. If not, either way, I had fun playing it for you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone. Have a good one.